Do you think the designers knew how their game would be played with what they put in?
I have some theories on that. Do you want to hear them?
Please.
Okay. Theory number one. Stay with me here. Divine intervention. Or aliens or elves at night. I mean, whatever floats your boat. But it's hard to imagine mortal game designers creating Melee, especially in the short time frame in which they developed it. I find it really hard to believe. So sometimes I actually wonder, I don't know, maybe the designers went to bed at night and then little elves came out and put in things like triple shine and moonwalks and then all those fun things like that, because I find it hard to believe that Nintendo, of all people, put all those things in there. It's hard to imagine. Why would they have done that? If they insist that it's a party game, I mean, are little Jimmy and Alex on a Sunday barbecue, are they pivot grabbing? You know, are they perfect wave landing? I don't think so. Then who is? Nintendo, who is? Theory number two. It was a plot. It was a secret plot, right? Like a sabotage almost, but in reverse, right? I'm thinking like a plot to assassinate Hitler, like Valkyrie. So every night, Sakurai, leaves the studio and he says, "All right, guys, it's been great, great work today." He shuts the door, and the minute it shuts, all the designers, they pull out their real plans for the game, and they start poring over them, and they put in all the advanced tech, and they work tirelessly through the night. These martyrs, they sacrifice their time, their families, so in that short time frame, they could put all that stuff in. Sakurai never knew. Nintendo never knew. The board never knew. They didn't have to, because you can say, "Hey, look, here's Mark. Look what he can do. Look at his cape and his tiara. Isn't he cool? Bowser has fire. Rawr!" And it's great and it's awesome. By the time that we uncover all this secret stuff from Melee, it's too late. The game's been out for 2 years. I was, that's weird. I didn't know that character could do that. Neither did I. Must have been an accident. I don't know. And 10 years later, we're finding more. And 15 years later, we're finding more and more and more. Like a code, like hieroglyphics on a wall. Like one day we'll figure out what it means. But for hundreds of years, it just sits there gathering dust till someone smart enough can come along and crack the code. Or whatever. Theory number three. The designers who made Smash Melee simply just wanted to make a solid, good game. And they were trying to make a party game. It wasn't meant necessarily to be so competitive, but they made the game with such integrity that they, instead of creating combos and putting them in the manual, they said, let's just create a bunch of really strong building blocks. And maybe they did say, maybe kids and families and whatever they'll hit them up in the air and then hit them over in the air and then they'll hold the ledge and it'll be so exciting. But that's what happens when you make something with such, again, I want to say the word integrity, right? You have that, it doesn't fall apart. You can combine two things, and instead of the game breaking or looking silly, the character does something really, really cool. So when you start adding and building, again, I'm imagining like Legos here, you can actually create something impressive.